We as educators have an obligation to the children we teach, to ourselves, our colleagues, and our loved ones to take care of ourselves. We need to show up with our best game to work every day. Always remember, it's not a contest what we do, and the fact is, we need you. And we need you to continue to keep doing this very important work that you shine in every day. Which is why it is important to know the strategies for getting past secondary trauma stress. Here's the first strategy, is to recognize the safety of the current situation. If a child has opened up to you and you have talked with them or met with your counselor and went over things with the counselor, remind yourself that the child is getting the support and help that is in place for this child to move forward. The second one is to distinguish adult interpretation from the student's experience. Sometimes, as adults, we tend to conjure up pictures of these situations in our heads that may be worse or may not even reflect what the child actually perceived. Remember that our adult interpretations of what occurred is not necessarily reflective of the child's experience, or we may perceive it differently, especially if we have not lived it. The third strategy is to remember the resiliency of children and to continue building positive experiences for them. We need to focus on moving forward and trust in the systems that are in place to help the family and the child. As a counselor, I have encountered many situations that are out of my control. This is when I need to also trust the systems that we have in place. And I also need to trust the children that we work with. We don't always get to know the end result, which can be difficult. I occasionally wonder about 2 fifth grade students that I worked with a lot last year with their trauma situations who are now 6th graders, and I don't get to see them anymore. I need to believe in myself that the time that I spent with them and the work that we did and the relationships that everyone in our school built with them was enough to help them to move forward, so I don't get stuck in worrying about what's going on with them. We do have a 2nd grader this year who came to school for a second time with a black eye. When he was questioned by his teacher and other adults who cared, his story stayed very detailed and the same, that he was hit with a tape dispenser. It was white. It hit him in the perfect spot. He could give all the details for that. When I asked, as he was drawing and using his stamps, if there was anything that he wanted to share with me, but he couldn't, his answer and reply was yes. Again, no eye contact was made. I did remind him that I'm always here to listen, and that when he feels comfortable enough to talk to me about it, that he can feel safe and I would listen for that. We need to trust and believe that the students know when they are ready to open up, and that can be difficult. The fourth strategy is to ask for help and support. Sometimes reframing the situation and utilizing your best coping strategies, it's not enough. So don't be afraid to ask for help. Second traumatic stress may require specialized treatment from a professional. This professional can help you determine if it is PTSD, a combination of both, or just somebody that you need to talk to.